When I wake up in the morning, when the sun comes out to shine, I'm feeling fancy, I'm feeling fine. I'm watching that 9 at 9.
All right, number 9, we're going to start with some aviation history with some help from the classic movie Airplane.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Huh?
LA departure frequency 123.9er.
Roger. Huh? Request vector. Over. What?
Flight 209er, clear for vector 324.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
So not all pilots have co-pilots named Roger. So why do pilots say Roger that? It goes back to 1927 when pilots first started to use vocal communications instead of Morse code. Roger was the phonetic designation for the letter R, which was the abbreviation for the word received. So during World War II, Roger later became part of the international aviation language since not all pilots knew English.
Oh, and we're doing more airline clips tomorrow, so we can all learn to fly.
That's really great.
Coming in at number 8, if you've got kids under 18, there's a pretty good chance you know where they are at all times. And apparently, no big deal to your kids. In the past 2 years, downloads of tracking apps like Life 360 have doubled. According to the Wall Street Journal, 33 million people, or 1 in 9 U.S. families, now use the app. And recent studies show the kids don't mind. These apps are made to be turned on and off so users can maintain privacy if they want, but most adults say they keep it activated at all times, and experts say younger generations like the extra level of security that comes with sharing their location, especially after the pandemic. Who knew?
Number 7, here's a new study about yoga and depression that can make a real difference in a lot of people's lives. Harvard Medical School did an 8-week study with 80 participants who had depression. They were split into 2 groups. One group was prescribed at least 2 90-minute sessions of hot yoga per week. The other group was put on a waiting list. In the first group, the people had their depression eased, even if they only made it to 1 hot yoga session in the week. Over the 8 weeks, researchers found that 44% of people in the hot yoga group said their depression scores were so low that their condition was considered in remission. 2/3 of them saw a decrease in their depression overall.
You done hot yoga? It is hot. 103 in those rooms.
Yeah?
Yeah, warm.
Too many bare feet and too much sweat.
Too much sweat. Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if the same is true for all physical activities.
Yeah,
or if
get
it's
off the
just,
couch.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
All right, number 6, MSCHF's newest contribution to the fashion world, just in time for fall/winter 2024, the big black boots. So it's not that new because we've all seen these before. When Mischief, I guess that's how it's pronounced. Like I'm supposed to know this. Did you know that?
I don't know.
Well, Paul's the official fashion blogger, so you shouldn't
I'm just
be.
the backup fashion guy. When they released the big red boots a few months back, and people love them, especially fashion influencers and hip musicians. They like boots just as clown-like and oversized, but they're black, so they're a little more goth-like with a hint of sophistication.
Yeah. And they go with everything.
Well, Robin, they dropped this Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Time on the Mischief website for $350.
Oh my God.
They're expected to sell. Oh, now it tells me it's pronounced Mischief at the end. Yeah, that helps me now.
Number 7, Robin has educated all us about the dangerous speeds that hippos have.
Yeah.
But what about the rhinoceros? This is from Namibia in southern Africa. Not to be trifled with. First off, rhinos are fast. They can run about 35 miles an hour. They're also huge, about 5,000 pounds. They have a great sense of smell, but bad eyesight. So they don't attack all that much, but there are lots of cases of them ramming these Jeeps in national parks. So watch out.
Look at this guy's going in reverse to try and get away.
I would, yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Well, basically, you just have to make a right turn, right? Because they can't see you.
Yeah, I guess so.
But how about the stamina? I mean, that's a good long
they're not
run
known
for a
as distance
5,000
runners.
pounder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and some good driving as well.
Yeah, that's. And he picks up
he's
speed
picking
again.
up- Look at this guy.
Gosh.
I'm kind of rooting for the rhino at this point.
See, this is why when they say, oh, you have to go on a safari, you know, the animals know not to attack you when you're in the Jeep.
Yeah. Well, Robin, there is one last measure they have at their disposal that they're not using in this video, so you'll be okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Number 4, have you ever planned a date and been stood up There's a fun new name for that. It's fun. We're making it fun. It's polter-ghosting. It's when someone on a dating app chats you up, makes plans with you, but just leaves you high and dry.
That's awful.
Polter-ghosters also stop replying to messages and seemingly disappear from the app altogether for a little bit, and are known to show up again a few weeks or months later. The folks at Bumble are not having it. Polter-ghosters are banned from the app, according to new community guidelines.
So you just report someone if they ghost you and they can't be on it?
That's the good thing about 14-year-old boys, though. They'll just come up with a new identity to mess with you on these apps.
And couldn't someone lie and say, this guy ghosted me?
Number 3. These are some of the world's oldest coolers. These ancient structures in Persia used to make and preserve ice. They're called yachtals. They were first built about 2,000 years ago, and there are still a few around in Iran. Yachtals had holes near the bottom to keep cool air flowing into the vast underground portion of the structure where the ice was made and kept. Holes made near the top funneled the hot air out. Yachtals had waterproof and heat-resistant walls made of sand, clay, egg whites, lime, and goat hair. They produced the ice in winter and stored it to use when it got warm.
Boy, that's a lot. Who thinks of that combination with the goat hair?
Right?
And yeah. All right, number 2. In 1968, the BBC launched a show called Late Night Horror. The show itself only ran for 6 episodes. And here's where it gets kind of creepy. The show itself, meaning all original episodes, vanished. All evidence of that show was erased, destroyed, or discarded, except for the show's open. Now, did it disappear, or did they just tape over them like they did here at WGN?
Yeah, that could very well be.
I don't know if there's much mystery involved.
It's a good thing the Nixon-Kennedy debates didn't happen in this studio, because they'd be gone.
They'd be like, there'll be another one. According to reports, that show was so terrifying that it traumatized viewers. And that's why it was taken off the air. Of course, all we have to go on is memory and second and third hand accounts, so you don't really know how scary it actually was. But there we go.
All right, number 1, we, and by we I mean the person who wrote this script, are in favor of Halloween mischief as long as no one gets hurt. Here's a report from ABC in New York on how the kids in Brooklyn celebrated Halloween in 1984.
We're standing inside Patrol Bureau Brooklyn South headquarters, and every police officer here today is very aware that tonight is Halloween, and special steps are being taken to make sure that there are no serious incidents of vandalism or incidents involving small children. Let's talk to the chief.
What we do is increase significantly the number of uniformed people we have, particularly around houses of worship and cemeteries and parks.
One other step taken by New York City Police, they will be in the air this Halloween night using helicopters like this equipped with massive searchlights. The point, to find and stop vandals.
We're going to patrol all the cemeteries of the city with our night light them up. There's a lot of vandalism, a lot of children playing pranks, and we'll be up there to try to prevent it.
But what about this roving gang of Brooklyn shaving cream spreaders?
I'm spraying shaving cream, say with my friends.
On yourself, or?
Yeah, on myself and my friends.
Okay, is this a Halloween tradition here in Brooklyn?
Yes, definitely.
But what about this woman with shaving cream on her car?
They're having a good time.
Could have been worse.
Could have been eggs.
Eggs? What are you going to do with eggs?
They're going to throw them at people. We're going to cook dinner.
I'm going to hit this kid over here. See? Extra large grade A.
They put the eggs away because look at this. Down the block, a constable on patrol on the move to confiscate.
Come on, please.
Let me have it.
Come on.
He finally did hand it over. As for the rest, they wrapped up their Halloween on the run. New York police say they will be out in force to make sure no one violates the spirit of Halloween or the law. Will Spence, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Wow.
For crying Rhino.
Fantastic. Those kids are in their 50s now.
Right.
That's the best part about this.
And I like how he's in the police station and there's a door. It says command post, where there's a couch and a set of lockers. That's a 9 at 9.
Oh, yeah, we were
I'm watching the 9 at 9.